I saw this and I thought, is this for real? And then I thought, yeah, it probably is. Millennials won't let go of children's toys and films, and kids are playing. They're paying the price. Seems like quite a dark statement about something very silly. Kids are paying the price. They might have a point here. It's in the Guardian. Usually I just search the Guardian for stuff to rip the piss on, but this might be legit. You know, from Toy Story 4 to the David Bowie Barbie. Now, I did see this, and I thought, what the fuck is all that about? I was like, what's that? Why? What is there a resurgence? Is there some sort of mad demand from 6-year-old girls to have a David Bowie Barbie? I don't know. Marketers are rehashing old favourites in place of creating anything new. Emily Beecher, I don't know who you are, but thank you. Well, unless you start talking some crazy stuff, then, you know, we're going to have words. Because this is a Guardian article. Usually they'll crowbar in something lunacy. There probably will be some lunacy in here somewhere about, you know, Brexit or white supremacy. But, you know, we'll give it a chance. But it's true. I mean, look. Last week, Mattel... Last week, Mattel announced the launch of a Ziggy Stardust-inspired Barbie. Yet the number of 7-year-olds saving up their weekly pocket money to splurge... Oh, come on, 7-year-olds don't save up their pocket money. They just ask for stuff and they get it, don't they? Come on, let's not be silly. Saving up their weekly pocket money to splurge on £40 worth of David Bowie. 40 quid for a Barbie doll. Are you mad? It's like this big. It's just a piece of plastic. What? Mate, God, man, I've been wanting kids lately, but you know, even if I was a billionaire, I'd be like, come off it, are you mad? David Bowie inspired plastic is probably limited. The intended demographic is more likely to be the current darlings of the marketing world, millennials. Now, yes, millennials are the darlings of the marketing world. Have been for so long. This is why so many businesses try to be all woke and try to, you know, leech onto social justice and charity and marginalised groups, all this sort of stuff. This is why big businesses are cringy, because they were told that millennials love this kind of stuff. Millennials are the spenders. It's kind of weird how a lot of people are like, so the darlings of the marketing world are millennials, and there's a lot of talk about millennials not being very good with money. And that's why, you know, they don't buy their own houses, and that's why they're all broke as fuck, and they do silly degrees. You know, they're not very savvy in the mind with their cash. And well, if it kind of makes sense, because, you know, if they are the ones that are to be marketed to this kind of nonsense, as in a £40 David Bowie inspired Barbie doll, then it kind of shows that, like, yeah, maybe they aren't very good with their money, doesn't it? Like, because if marketing experts are like going, well, these are the people you need to sell to, isn't there some sort of truth in the fact that, you know, they spend money on absolute shit? Isn't it? Isn't there some evidence? Isn't it? You know, I'm a millennial, and I know people from, you know, down the line of millennials, you know, like, wouldn't have any problem Friday night spending £100 on cocaine, and they work in a fucking factory. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll be eating crap. They won't have any savings. I used to be like that. I'm not saying that, but you know what I'm saying. This is them. This is what they do. This is this is that generation. That's what they do. A few weeks ago, I took my 9-year-old daughter, Maisie, well, she would be called Maisie, wouldn't she, to see Toy Story 4. And she was like, what is this shit? Some of the audience sniggered and guffawed at actors Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele's fluffy comedy duo, Ducky and Bunny, and nodded sagely at Forky finding himself. But what I didn't hear were any children laughing. Odd when you consider the supposed target audience for a Disney film. When we left the theatre, Maisie pivotally commented, apparently, well, that was trash. Well, why is your daughter talking like an American? Are you American? You need to have a word. While her critique may have been a little harsh, it probably wasn't harsh, it's also understandable from her point of view. There was nothing in it for her. It featured a comedy duo she's never heard of, an existential crisis she doesn't relate to, and a love story that she is not interested in. Originally, Pixar, which produced the film for Disney, made films for kids that included a subtext consisting of references and jokes to keep parents interested. Yes, that's what they've always been. That's what they're always good at. That's why Pixar are like, always produced hit after hit, and always very good storytelling. This is what they do. But somewhere along the line, the subtext went from background to foreground as the focus changed from children to millennials. Now, I ain't seen Toy Story 4. I believe the fourth. So I don't know if she's chatting shit or not. I don't know. I'll have to take it at face value on this one, I don't know. The live-action remakes of Disney's Aladdin and Dumbo, oh yeah, I forgot they did Dumbo, show a similar problem. But Dumbo was like years back, wasn't it? Maisie once watched the original animated version of Aladdin 5.5 times in one day. I was ill, cut me some slack. Okay, well, children will do that kind of thing. They're crazy, innit? They'll watch the same thing every day. They'll wake up at 6 a.m. excited to watch a film they've watched 10 times. And yet about 90 minutes into the latest Aladdin film, which runs 40 minutes longer than the original, she leaned over and asked if it was ever going to end. I like this little girl. This is the kind of daughter I want. I know it's trash. Is this going to end? Hey, I like her. If you die, I will adopt her. Now, so why are increasing numbers of toy, game, and entertainment companies diversing their focus and, more importantly, marketing spends away from children and towards 22 to 37-year-olds? Oh, God. Really, why do I come from, like, the wackest generation? Like, God, I'm like the shining light. I'm the diamond in the rough, I'm the beacon in the storm. From £40 Barbies to a £395 Coach Dumbo sweatshirts, £225 Harry Potter world ticket, £225 Harry Potter world ticket. What the fuck happens when you spend £225 at Harry Potter world? Does Hermione come out and suck your dick? Does Daniel Radcliffe fucking face fuck you? What the hell? What's going on? What? Did you actually play a game of Quidditch for real? Is that the thing that they do? And a complete adult ASOS Lion King collaboration. What the fuck? If you want to create products for millennials, fine, but not at the expense of the current generation of children. Yeah, think about the children, alright? Think about the children, you millennial cunt. Today's kids are being fed a constant diet of rehashed, unoriginal sequels that are not even made for them because it's more profitable to pass them over for younger adults with more disposable income. There you go, the disposable income. And yet the millennials have this, apparently they have disposable income, but they don't have disposable income because they're all broke. But they think they've got disposable income. That's why they're fucked. Innit? This is all the evidence you need to do. This is the evidence here, isn't it? The evidence is here. They should present this at Parliament when they're going, oh, young people are getting, millennials are screwed. Cash. So it's more disposable income than cash-strapped families and tooth-fairy money-banking toddlers. This robs children of the opportunity to grow up falling in love with new characters and are truly their own. It's ironic that millennials who complain about baby boomers stealing their futures are themselves culturally cutting off the next generation. You fuck the generation's love of stuff. In 15 years, do we honestly think our children will have been so engaged with our beloved recycled characters that they'll be flocking to the cinemas to see Toy Story 9 and Woody and Buzz kicking back at the toy equivalent of Shady Acres retirement? It's a good point. They make Toy Story 4. You think about the things that you grew up on, like if it was children's films, they either remake it or but like a sequel. Do you know what I mean? If they made Back to the Future 4, I watched that when I was a kid. Not 4 hasn't been made, but and they market that to kids who don't give a fuck. It's true. Where's all the new stuff for the kids? I went to see The Secret Life of Pets 2. I was with my girlfriend. She wanted to see it. Okay. You know, I hadn't been to the cinema for a while. It was just not. I've never been to the cinema with a girl before. I never have. Never have. You know, I like to watch films. I don't want to be that fucking herd going, oh my god, what's happening? What's that? Oh my god, what's going to happen? Do you know? You know what you're like. You know, but I thought it was a nice thing. And I was like, all right, we'll go watch this. I was watching it. I was like, God, this isn't very good. And it was all right. There's some funny stuff going on, but like the story was really bad. It was just three threads of story, just sort of loosely put together. It was like watching an overrun episode of a TV show. It was like, really, this is what they went with. You know, not to shit all over it, but it was like, really, this is the best you can do. This is for the children. This is for the kids. I feel sorry for them, man. Anyway. We all need to take risks and show more creativity, be bold and try something different. Yes. As someone who sits in the space between the end of Generation X and the beginning of the Millennial generation, I hear you, sister. I get it. Well, life is hard. It's not that hard. Unable to fulfill the traditional marketers of adulthood, a generation is left infantilized by the lack of security. Yeah, we shouldn't need, like, just do it. Oh, I'm not getting it. You don't need the government to hold your hand, all right? We long to turn away from the drudgery of sky-high rents or politics that do not reflect our values and return to the comfort of simpler things. But then you're mentally inept, aren't you? You're not built for this shit. You know, return to your childhood. We want to fucking crawl back up your mum? Jesus Christ. I can't get enough of the 80s stylings of my childhood in Stranger Things on Netflix show, or the Netflix show Glow, gorgeous ladies of wrestling. Oh God. Even Chernobyl warms the nostalgic Geiger counter of my heart. She's taking the piss, aren't you? If anything, these programs introduce a whole new audience to a time they didn't directly experience, widening a sense of connection and understanding with a cultural output that is fresh and new. In an age where digital connections reign supreme, Netflix sees reading as a threat, and plastic is becoming the devil. We're already gifting our children an uncertain and unstable future. Oh God, here's the left-wing talking points. Here they are. Do they also have to put up with this substandard entertainment? I know. I mean, they're going to burn to death because global warming or some shit. So, you know, they want to be entertained before they fucking turn into a crispy skeleton. We all need to take risks and show some creativity, be bold and try something different. In Toy Story 4, Bonnie rejects the toys she's been handed down and makes her own toy out of a spork with its own distinctive voice and take on the world. We all need to be a bit more like Bonnie. Maybe that's the fucking in-joke. Maybe it's genius. That sounds great because it's like going, oh, we're making this rehash. Let's do a little joke that, no, we want something new, even if it's something really simple. Maybe that's like a big in-joke of it. Maybe that's like, maybe Toy Story 4 is really poignant reflection on what's going on in Hollywood. Now I've got to watch it. Now I've got to see it. She's made me want to see it now. I think the idea was not make me want to see it, but she made me want to see it. I think there's layers there. It sounds like there's some layers. That sounds interesting to me. You know, Emily Beecher is a writer, producer, and creator of the Good Enough Mums Club musical. The Good Enough Mums Club. Sounds like something. Now look, I will say this: if I'm going to be, if the woman is going to drag me to watch, a kids film, that's one thing. Okay, it was like 80, 90 minutes. I can handle it. But if a woman drags me to go watch a musical, she's gonna have to, we're gonna have to have sex in the toilet or something. There's got to be some sort of reward after that. Like, I'm talking about a 4-hour blowjob to be going to see that kind of shit. No offense, I'm sure it is great, but like, musical, I draw the line of that shit. No. I know I'm going off topic now, but I'm just saying, I'm throwing that out there into the ether. I want the universe to hear me. That there needs to be a very good reward for going to see a musical. It has to be, spectacular. She's gonna have to, shake her ass whilst cooking for me, and then suck my dick. It's got to be a big reward. I'm throwing it out there. It really does. I'll draw the line of that. That's ridiculous. So yeah, look, you millennial fucks, you're ruining the kids' future. They're going to die because the sun's going to burn them. And you're forcing people to make crap. You know? Millennials and their disposable income. Ruining it for everybody. Even ruining Barbie dolls. Who would have thought it, eh? Fucking go to Harry Potter World and spend your mum's wages, you dick.